Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to kind of test this art supply kit that I found on Hubbycraft. I just thought the tin was just adorable and I desperately wanted to just have the tin, so I might just use the tin. But it comes with a watercolor set, tubes, watercolor pencils, pan watercolor, and some pastels and stuff. And I thought it would be really cool to try it out. It was about £12, so I don't know what that translates into in dollars and whatever, but I'll put that here probably. And yeah, I already started filming this, so I already opened it, which is why it's a bit weird. But I did start testing all the material in it. I just put it back together so that you guys could see how cute it was, because I think it's super cute. And yeah, I just want to use it in my sketchbook and try and make some art with it and see how it holds up. I know it's not going to hold up to my professional watercolor. That's just impossible when 2 tubes of my professional watercolors cost as much as this. But I don't know, it could be fun to just try, and I just like the kit. I just like the little tin. I might just use the tin. So you get 2 watercolor paints, you get a eraser, you got a sharpener, you got 2 brushes, you got your watercolor, pencils, you got your pencils, and a little mixing palette and some pastels, yes. And as I said, I already kind of tested them. So these are all the pan colors, these ones, and they are pretty chalky as I expected. But I did used to make watercolor art with a watercolor set from Tiger. That's just like a little flower thing, and it was like layered with different colors and stuff. And that was pretty chalky, but I managed to make art with it. So who knows, maybe it's alright. But yeah, these are the color pencils. These are the tube watercolors, and the tube watercolors are still chalky, but not terribly terrible. I might just use the pan colors just because they're already mixed and stuff, so I don't have to do that. But it might be a good idea to try mixing it as well. And these are the pencils. And the only thing I haven't tried actually is these ones. Well, so much stuff everywhere. But yeah, they work as expected. I think pastels is probably not the hardest one to kind of mess up on. The only thing that I have already noticed is that the brushes are absolutely trash. I tried using it, but they don't hold their shape and they keep shedding, and they're just too thin to do anything with the watercolor. So I tried using it here, I think, but the rest of it is just my own brush. And I think you can kind of invest in one good brush if you're gonna get this set, I think. And that should be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a sketch in my sketchbook, and then I'm gonna color it. I'm gonna try using all this, just this kit. My swatching is so horrible compared to like Doodle Date's Steph or Casey, but I am not a swatcher, so whoopsie. But yeah, I'm excited to just try and do something with this because I bought it and I just like the tin. I probably won't use this stuff ever again, but I will use the tin, I'm sure. It's just plastic, everything's plastic. But the tin's not plastic, which is why I like it. Anyway, there we go. I will be using my Illo sketchbook that I have been using lately. I have been in love with it. I'm trying to do stuff and have fun with it. I'm just going to try and hide my sketches. That didn't kind of work. But even if I'm going to use cheap art supplies, I'm going to use it in my expensive sketchbook because why not? I have no idea what I'm going to draw, but we'll figure it out. Alright, let's see what we can do. I am going to zoom you guys in a little bit so that you can see what's happening. I'm going to do some sketching on this page, and I'm going to do the art on this page. And I just hope that I don't mess up too badly. And I actually get something okay out of this. I'm going to sketch with the red pencil. A lot of people are asking about the Color pencils that I do usually use when I do art. They're the Prismacolor Color. The only positive with these is that you can erase things with your little here. What's it called? Eraser? Yes. But you can still use like watercolor pencils and stuff. Like, the only reason I use red is just because when I use watercolor on top, the red kind of blends in nicely with everything else, and this is also watercolor pencil, so it will actually lift up. So I don't know, kind of a cool plan, cool idea. I'm just gonna try sketching a little bit. I've been really into trying to just like do art for nothing lately, and it's been so freeing. Like, I've been going to go and sketch with people on Sundays, and I pretty much can do whatever I want, and it's not for anything. I don't need to show anyone. It's not for a video or anything, and it's been really nice. That's kind of what the sketchbook has been about so far. But yeah, I'm gonna find some references. Well, not references, just inspiration. So what I'm gonna do is to just go into Pinterest and see what comes up. Maybe we should do something spring, because we're in April now, so that's spring-like. I like this art here with the hair. Okay, I kind of had a little bit of a fun idea, actually, just randomly. What if I do a hare or a rabbit centaur? That would be cool. It's just really like sad because over 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I did get a rabbit for kind of spring, but we were finally allowed to have pets, and we got rabbits, and I've had a few rabbits, and I really miss them. I'm just gonna use a hare because they have a lot better anatomy. Bunnies just have like fluff. Let's see. I don't have high hopes for this eraser, but well, let's give it a shot. Oh, kind of works. It's not too bad actually, especially for the sketch. It lightens it up. I don't know, maybe someone else has done a hair centaur before, but I'm gonna do it. It's cute. Still don't know about the face, so I'm gonna try some other things too. You can barely see it, but I'll try sharpening it up and jumping. Drawing everything so big, like it doesn't fit anymore in here. I just have a thing for centaurs. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's a hair centaur. I can't speak. Hair centaur is a bit weird. I don't know. Maybe people like it. Maybe people hate it. I don't know. It's so hard to say. No, I want something with pink. I want like spring pink. Okay, I kind of have an idea of something that I want to do, but it's kind of weird and it's kind of a mix between these two. I don't know. We'll see if it works. It's pretty much, I want to have a hare like child and a bird child, if that makes sense. But I want to make them like into mythical creatures. I don't know if I want to use a centaur idea. Let's just try and sketch it in here. I want to make them trolls, actually. Okay, so I'm not going to do the centaur idea, but I'm going to make them trolls. Okay, I'm just going to start doing it. I have a feeling that this will probably be really, really rough. And it's also going to be with bad art supplies. Like, I feel like I should have done this maybe in better art supplies, but I don't know. I'm going to try and actually put an effort into the art and then see how it kind of works out. I'm going to start with the bird. The bird. So it's taking me a while to sketch it out, just because I like the idea and I just wanted to turn out cool. It's pretty much, I wanted to do like a, I don't know, a twist on trolls. So trolls are kind of like merged with creatures, and these two are having a lot of fun playing. A hare cub and a bird cub. It's just taken me a while to kind of figure out all the little details and make it look okay. But I will say that sketching with this watercolor pencil is not half bad. I'm just gonna continue kind of like finishing the sketch, and then I will start talking to the camera when I actually start using the other kit. Can't talk. I don't know, it's kind of cute and kind of weird. It's very nice to sketch with this pencil, I must say. Even though you guys can't see much, I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna use my 2B pencil. I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna just line it. I'm gonna line all the little drawings. I don't know, it's, the more I look at it, the more weird I feel it is. But at the same time, I'm having a bit of fun with it. Like little trolls having fun in this spring weather. I'm also having fun because I'm using pencil. Usually I would use ink or something, but I'm getting more and more used to using pencil, and it's just a little bit freeing. Also drawing a bit weird, I don't know. Such a weird little drawing. Funny thing is, the eraser is actually better than the one I've used before. Like, I know a lot of you guys were telling me to use the like a kneaded eraser, and I will get myself a kneaded eraser at some point. It's just a bit fun that even this eraser is better than what I've used before. Okay, we need to go into the face of the other one. I feel like the head is a bit too small. It's such a silly drawing! Ah! I don't know what it is with like hybrid animals / humans. It's just, I just really like it. I don't know why. Shapeshifters, like centaurs, anything that's like half animal. It's very interesting to me always. My hand really hurt because I'm clenching too much, like I can feel it. That's just me though. I think it's because I'm using a pencil maybe. Okay, gonna do some colors now. Zoom out a little bit. Out of the way. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make the bird kind of like a sparrow, I think it's called. I think I searched it in Norwegian, I think. Okay. And I'm going to, since the whole case is a bit much to kind of have on the side here, I'm gonna just take those out. And then now we can finally actually use this watercolor, even though I have no idea how it's gonna behave. It has a lot of really nice spiral colors though, so it should be pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna start. I don't think this watercolor can kind of handle layers, so I'm definitely gonna just see what I can get away with. See, it's like I can work with it fine. Like, I just remember working with watercolors like this before, and I'll show you some images. I'm pretty sure I have a few that were done with really cheap watercolor. And like, I think like it is possible to figure out how to use them and to use them when it comes to art like this. Probably wouldn't use it for like really detailed pieces maybe, and figure out what works with it. The thing with watercolor is like there's no correct way of learning it. You just have to play around with it and figure out a method or a technique that kind of works for you. Of course, it helps when people say don't use too much water, but even that kind of depends on your own preference. Okay, I'm gonna use some more darker brown. I think that one's more of a purpley brown. I will use that later, but this one is more a normal. It's only on top of the wings. It's just so funny because I feel so comfortable with this watercolor. I don't really... I'm gonna add some really dark on that as well. We kind of do have the same coloring now, so it's not gonna be... it's not gonna be very interesting, I guess. I can feel it. It's like super chalky and textured. That's why I'm saying like you shouldn't do like proper finished art maybe with this, but nope. I think you can do stuff like this in sketchbooks and just to practice. Maybe even on just normal, very cheap paper before you even do it in your sketchbook if you are precious about it. Or need to like figure out how to control your color. I think it really helps having a good brush. Yeah, if I was trying to do this with the brush they provided, I wouldn't have managed it, I'm very sure. Okay, I need to get some actual coloring on their face, I think. But I'm not... I guess that's supposed to be skin color, and I guess it kind of is, so let's try using that. And then I'm gonna use the... kind of blend in some blush, maybe. And then we'll do the same for the sparrow's face. This paint really grabs the paper quickly. Like, it's very hard to move it around sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think the moment it's down on the paper, you will not move it for some reason. I would think with chalky paint, like, you could move it easy because it's chalky, but I think it's the opposite. It's just like stuck. Come here. Pigment. I know you have a little bit of the pigment here. Maybe I'll just slap it on. Like they're glowing. Like, it looks like really neon pink, but it's not really. And then I'm gonna put the grayish kind of purple in here. I wanna have that on the branches. If I can get that picked up without. Something I've also noticed is that especially on the browns that I've used, because I use quite a lot of that, it's already kind of dented in. And I've never seen that before. I feel like that's a bit weird. Dragging my hand over it, I can really feel the texture. But as you can see, like, you can do art with it. It's just, it's not the same as like super expensive paints, but that's fine. Like, it depends on what you want, and for practicing, I think this is great. I don't think I would ever recommend people to get a cheap kit like this, even though like you can do art with it. I think it's very good for kids, but I feel like you already need to have like built up some sort of technique to be able to work it. Even before I used that cheap kit when I was in high school, I actually used my dad's pretty expensive kit for a pretty long time. So I feel like maybe I built something up there. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think people just have to try. Luckily, this kit is like a lot cheaper to try than maybe any other expensive kit would be. So if you don't want to buy the whole kit, like, you can get one of those just cheap ones that you can get anywhere. Just a watercolor. There we go. And I'm going to add a tiny bit and see how faint I can get. This will be the ultimate test. How much can I move the pigment so it's already stuck there. It's not very forgiving, I will say that. I like that. I'm gonna try and put some. Oh, I actually forgot that I did want to put some darker. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put some color pencils on top since we have that as well. I think I'll avoid the pan pastels. Well, I guess they're not pan pastels, but pastels, because they're just vibrant colors and I don't really need that. I also don't have much different colors of the color pencils actually, but I'll probably just use the red and the black. It's very nice to put color pencils on top of chalky paint, I will say that. It's like, it grips really well. Shouldn't have done the blue in the back, I think, but that's okay. I don't really mind too much. Let's put some on top. Sorry, I'm just laughing because it's just the texture. It's familiar. Also, opaque paints kind of cover up my line art quite a lot. So watercolor usually is transparent, so that your colors or your line art usually don't disappear. But yeah, when you use really cheap stuff like this, you will have to do your lines kind of again. Kind of cute, kind of weird. I think I want to try the white paint for the eyes a little bit, because I think when I used the red, it kind of covered up the white. So I'll try that. See if we can dab that on. I'm not gonna water it out. Ta-da! Okay. I'm done! Yay! I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though it's super cheap, like supplies. I think I haven't actually done any super cheap art supply video before, so it's good to do it, because I have used cheap art supplies, I just haven't done a video about it, I guess. Okay, so what I want to recommend you guys if you want to start doing watercolor art is that my kit, so I can't speak today. This is my very dirty, messy watercolor kit, but all these paints are from a tube, so each one of these, and one of these costs about £5, but as you can see, I've had these paints for a year now, and I've only used a tiny amount, so one 5ml little tube will get you very far. The plus with having a tube like this is that you can squirt it into any like palette that you want, and I don't put much in either. You shouldn't fill it up all the way, you should just fill up a little like groove of it, and then that will last you for, like this one lasted me for a year, even though it's super messy, don't look at that. And I bought about 8 colors or something like that. I'll put the list of the colors that I bought from the expensive watercolor down below, and the total amount that cost me to buy all of that. And honestly, if you can save up £50, instead of buying 10 of those cheap kits, you can buy like a set of £50 total for watercolor. That will last you so long, and it will be so much better than the chalky stuff. I'm just saying that getting expensive watercolor doesn't mean that you need to get the big, like different like pans and like, you know, like 125 colors set. Like, you don't need that. You only need enough to like kind of mix your colors yourself. I only have the 8 or 10, I can't remember, different colors, and I mix them together, and I've chosen them specifically to mix them together. So I would recommend that, but at the same time you can try the chalky stuff, but it's not the best. It works in sketchbooks and stuff, but I would not do like final art with it. And that's just my recommendation. I don't know what you want to do. Anyway, I had fun trying the cheap stuff again. It still works for me, like I still have technique, but the vibrancy is just off depending on what you have. And I'm probably not gonna use it again, but it's fun to try. Or maybe I will, but it's just easier for me to bring along my watercolor kit than these two, so it's easier to actually bring my expensive versus this cheap stuff. Anyway, this is just to prove that you can use anything. It doesn't matter. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. It was kind of like a draw with me. I don't know how much I talked, but it should be fine. Anyway, ooh, so textured. So textured. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye!